Hello my fiery friends, welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. Alright, so the weekend is upon us everyone, and we finally were able to fire off. Sorry we couldn't do it yesterday, but we were able to at least pull it off today, so I'm actually looking forward to today's deck. But what exactly are we going to be playing with today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So let's go ahead, let's jump into it right now and show you exactly what we're going to be playing with today. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, now that we've actually gone through all the colleges for Strixhaven, I honestly have no interest in doing any of the dragons. Not that there's anything wrong with the dragon cards from Strixhaven. They all look cool, but I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I want to rotate things around a bit. So we're going to take a little bit of a brief break from the current sets, and we're going to jump back to doing decks and highlighting cards that I love, but I haven't had an actual chance to build around for other formats. So, without further ado, join me today in the Brawl format because we are looking to slay Queen. That's right, we're going to be playing with Judith the Scourge Diva. A nice little blast from the past here, and hopefully with some new tools, thanks to the 2026 upgrades for a lot of the cards over the past couple of years. Since she's come out, she definitely has a lot more to play with here. So that's what we're going to be doing with today. Before we get started, as always, let's go over the stats of the deck real quick. Because long-term viewers of the channel know how we do it, we got to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So our Slay Queen deck is going to be Rakdos colors, most appropriately, black and red. Average mana curve is going to be about 2.6, and we'll be rocking a lot of creatures because we've got to be sacking a lot of them in a moment here. 37 in total. That means also we'll be rocking 7 instants, 6 sorceries, 12 artifacts, 6 enchantments, and 34 lands. So, Judith the Scourge Diva. We actually have played with her a brief bit several years ago, but only for 60 card formats. And the latest version of Judith, what was it? That was the 5-color one. I'm sorry, the 5-drop one from what is that? Karlov Manor, the set that most people have forgotten. You know, the one that has the Surveil lands. That one also, we played with in 60 card, but we actually never played with Judith here in a full 100 card Brawl / Commander deck. So I wanted to do that today and kind of do something that's definitely more in my wheelhouse of types of decks. So that's what we're going to be doing today, sacrificing for value, and also we want things to die so that way she can start pinging everything. So for those that don't know, Judith the Scourge Diva came out during, what is it now? What is it? It was the last time we went to Ravnica, not the Karlov Manor one. I'm talking about actually real Ravnica. So that was like, what, 2018, 2019? Wow, this is actually this card's 7 years old now? Ooh, geez, I'm getting old. But seriously, Judith came out, and she is actually pretty short, but to the point here. She is a 3-mana, 2/2 legendary creature human shaman that says, other creatures you control get an extra +1/+0 pump. So nice little actual offense there. However, it says, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith deals 1 damage to any target. That may not seem like it does much of anything, but Judith on her own does warrant her own deck itself, which you actually build around, and actually she can be absolutely dominating, if you will. Nope, nothing? Oh, wow. Tough crowd. Okay. But seriously, though, her ability, May not seem like it does much, but once we get enough support around her, though, she can definitely start doing some really, really nasty stuff. So let's go ahead, let's cover again how we want Judith to go off here. Starting in a 1-drop slot here, we're going to be utilizing, of course, Cauldron Familiar. I know, probably some of you are completely sick of this combo, but it does work extremely well with Judith and her ability, because we want creatures to die, we want her to start pinging, we want her to start doing some damage that way. So Cauldron Familiar here, you've seen it before with this, and I'll see it, you can see it at the bottom already, the cat oven. Of course, sacrifice the cat to the oven. The oven will make, of course, a food token. You can then sacrifice the food token to bring back the cat. So a little life gain and train there, and pinging with Judith here can help keep the board in check for quite a while. The only awkward part is, unfortunately, the card is alchemy nerfed, so that means you can't block with it, which is kind of dumb, but I get why they do that for Arena. However, in paper, this can be absolutely nasty as a 3-card combo if you actually want to pull that off. Now, in order for us to make sure we can keep control of the board here, we will throw in some light removal. So we have cards like Annihilating Glare here, where we have to sacrifice a creature or an artifact to destroy a creature or planeswalker. So that means that can trigger off Judith. Sometimes you can actually get a 2-for-1 with that, so that's nice. We're also going to start utilizing, and if you haven't seen here, we're going to use quite a few cards that get sacrificed but can be redeployed, whether it's from the graveyard or using other tools or other means to just kind of do their own thing. So in that case here, we're going to use Cult Conscript here, enters tapped, but a skeleton warrior can be brought back from the graveyard to the battlefield if a non-skeleton creature died under control this turn. So it takes a little bit of jumping through hoops, but still pretty easy for us to go off. Forsaken Miner, another skeleton here. This one can't block, but it is a 2/2 for 1 mana, so good rate. However, when you commit a crime, you can pay 1 black, and if you do, bring this back from the graveyard to the battlefield. In order to commit a crime, basically you just gotta, pretty easy. It's just, you just gotta target anything. So Miner and Cult Conscript can be great engine pieces for us to just keep pinging away with Judith here, and of course we could just keep redeploying them from the graveyard. Speaking of, again, more things to redeploy. Haunt of the Dead Marshes here. Nightmare Elf here. It enters and it scries 1. For 3 mana, bring it back from the graveyard to the battlefield, only if we control a legendary. So as long as Judith stays out, this can be an easy one also to recur over and over. March of the Drowned here. If we cannot recur any of our other creatures, just use this, of course, to just bring back any creature card from the graveyard to our hand. If it's at least pirates, we can then bring back 2 pirate cards instead. Not too often we need to worry about that, but it still is good value for us. Phyrexian Reclamation here, pay 2 life and then pay 2 mana to then bring back a creature, any creature from the graveyard to our hand. Tragic Slip here, give a creature -1/-1 until end of turn. However, we trigger Morbid here, that means it gets -13/-13 if a creature died this turn. So great removal for us. Speaking of then churning through more of our deck here, we have Vat of Rebirth here. Anytime another artifact or creature we control is put into the graveyard, put an oil counter on this. Get 4 oil counters, remove them, pay 3 life, tap this, and then bring back any creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. So also great value for us. Surprisingly, you actually don't have to sack it, so this is a very easy piece to start recurring a lot of stuff. Fanatical Firebrand, simple little goblin here. You sack it at any time at instant speed to then ping anything for 1 point of damage. Goblin Blast Runner here. As long as a creature or any permanent we control was sacrificed this turn, this creature then gets an extra pump of +2/+0. So good again for offensive threats. Goldhound here. We actually want to sack this little treasure dog. First strike and menace, but sacrifices then add 1 mana of any color. Insolent Neonate and Skittering Kitten kind of do the same thing here. Both of them basically can then come in. They can do some early game damage. However, you discard a card, you have to sacrifice this creature, and then they can draw a card. So good at any point for then maybe chump blocking and then getting some more value. Basilisk Collar is one of our key pieces here and a must for Judith here. Put the collar on Judith here, and then this way it gives her Death Touch and Lifelink. So this means once we start pinging things with Judith, that means basically she could be her own 1-person Wrath. So this is actually a really, really nasty card, but we just got to make sure it stays on her as much as possible. We have a little bit of light ramping with Wayfarer's Bauble here, sacrifices to bring out a basic. And then going into the 2-drop slot, this is again where things get a lot more fun for us. So we have cards like Blood Artist here, and we're going to just highlight it now. Zulaport Cutthroat. So cards like this just do a lot of life gain and drain for us. Whenever another creature dies, basically you make your opponent lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. Blood Artist, of course, does this a little bit better here because any creature that dies, whether it's ours or our opponent's, allows us to trigger off Blood Artist. For more sack fodder here, we'll use cards like Deadly Dispute here. Sacrifice any creature or artifact, then draw 2 cards. Make some treasures for some ramping. Feed the Swarm here destroys a creature or an enchantment. We will lose life in the process, but that's a small price to pay for spot removal. Lively Dirge here allows us to then use a spree mechanic. So with this, you can either dig out any card out of your library, put it into the graveyard, maybe you can recur it, or bring back 2 creature cards with a total mana value of 4 less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Nowhere to Run here can then give any creature at instant speed -3/-3 until end of turn, so good against indestructible creatures. But the main reason we want this card specifically is because it can turn off Ward and Hexproof on all creatures. So we want to keep this out on the field as long as we can. Order of Midnight here, just a simple little flying knight, although it can't block. And then again, its alternate ability allows us at sorcery speed to bring back any creature from our graveyard to the hand, so good for recursion. Plumb the Forbidden here, instant speed allows us to then sacrifice as many creatures as we want, and if we do, we can start copying extra copies of the spell to then make us draw some more cards and lose 1 life. So good for us to refuel our hand. We again lose a little bit of life along the way, but at a small price to pay to get some value. Priest of Forgotten Gods here, one of my favorite cards here in mono black. Sacrifice 2 other creatures, make an opponent lose a creature by sacrificing it themselves. We can add black mana, draw a card. So this can again just, maybe you can sack again like say your Skeletons, your Haunts of the Death Marshes to get a ton of extra stuff out of it. Speaking of skeletons, we also have a reassembling skeleton. Simple one right here. No, of course, hoops to jump through with this one. Just bring it back from the graveyard to the battlefield, tapped at instant speed. Timeline color here, a Drix Warrior, has haste and it's a 2/2. You may cast this card from your graveyard using its warp ability. To warp it, however, you had to pay 2 life and pay 1 black mana. Upgrade here again for spot removal and artifact hates. Betrayer's Bargain here, you sacrifice a creature or an enchantment or pay an extra 2 to then deal 5 damage to any creature, and if it dies, you can exile it. So it gets for us to get big creatures out of the way. For more instant speed sacking, if we just want to start pinging the board, we have Goblin Bombardment here. This can be, again, devastating once you get that Basilisk Collar on top of Judith. Fireblade Artist here. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can sacrifice a creature. If you do, this creature will deal 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. So, again, more simple ways of sacking. To get more payoffs from sacking, however, we also have Jury, Master of the Review, also from the Rakdos cult. Human Shaman, legendary creature, 1/1. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Jury. Whenever Jury dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So good for us if you want to then build it up, sacrifice it when you need to, then just burn out your opponent. For more ramping, we'll use cards like Arcane Signet here. We have Omni Cheese Pizza. When it enters, draw a card. Sack it to then just fix your mana. Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Greaves kind of pull double duty here. Each one of them is slightly better than the other. Swiftfoot Boots can give you Hexproof and Haste, but you have to equip it for 1. However, Lightning Greaves gives you Shroud and Haste, but you only have to equip it for, well, equip it for free. In a 3-drop slot, we're going to be moving on to, again, more life gain and drain shenanigans. So we have Arnon, Deathbloom Botanist. We actually built a whole deck around here, but this is honestly the reason why I wanted to redo this deck, because I liked what Arnon did when we actually played her on a budget, but I thought, you know what? I'm sure she could definitely get some more value with Judith leading the pack. So we're going to put her this time in the 99. For those that have forgotten, she's basically a Vampire Druid for 3 mana, 2/2. Whenever a creature you control with a power or toughness 1 or less dies, an opponent will lose 2 life and you gain 2 life. This is a great ability also because this one also isn't throttled by doing only once a turn, so you can actually drain out an entire team if you have a bunch of the cheap stuff out on the field. Back for Seconds kind of does the same thing as Lively Dirge here. You then can bring back 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. However, if the spell is Bargain, you can bring back 1 of those cards with a mana value 4 onto the battlefield and put the other one into your hand. To bargain, you have to sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you're casting the spells, as an FYI. For more life gain and drain shenanigans, we also have Bastard Remembrance, another great card for us for a deck like this. Anytime a creature dies on our side, we can make an opponent lose 1 life, and we gain 1 life. Boggart Trawler here. It can either be a land in a pinch, or if the creature wants to, we can have it enter and then make an opponent exile their graveyard. Grim Haru Specs here, 3 mana, 3/2 human wizard, and it has Morph. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, just draw a card. So this is one of our card draw engines when things get killed. Midnight Reaper here does the same thing. However, you will lose 1 life in order to draw your card, so just keep aware of that. But again, they still provide good value. Morbid Opportunist also can do the same thing here. Whenever 1 or more creatures dies, you can draw a card. However, this one's also unfortunately throttled because you can only do it once each turn. Popular Egoist here. Anytime another permanent is sacrificed, you can make an opponent lose 1 life, and you can gain 1 life. And at the same time, you can also sacrifice another creature or an enchantment to give Popular Egoist itself indestructible. So a good little blocker for us at any point in the game. Rylex the Accursed here, which is actually going to get converted into its Spider-Man version coming up soon. I don't remember what card this is. I think it's Venom, the symbiote one. I don't remember. If someone can correct me on that, let me know in the comments. But seriously, for now, it's just simply a symbiote soldier hero. It's a 2/3 with Flash and Menace. Anytime a non-token creature you control dies, draw a card, lose 1 life. So literally a legendary version of Midnight Reaper. We have Woe Strider here. Anytime we can sacrifice a creature at instant speed to scry 1. It leaves behind a goat token for us, and if it does end up dying itself, you can escape it for 5 mana and then bring it back, and it enters with 2 +1/+1 counters, making it stronger than before. 9 Lives Familiar is one of our other cats here that also doesn't mind getting sacked over and over again. It has 8 revival counters because it's 9 lives. Every time it dies, it comes back with 1 less counter on it. So we can sack it for a bench, but at some point you won't be able to sack it anymore. Having said that though, I've honestly never had a point where I've run out of counters with 9 Lives Familiar on the field. Just an FYI. Mayhem Devil, another classic staple of a deck like this. Anytime any player, and I mean any player, whether it's us or an opponent, can sacrifice a permanent, we can ping our opponent for 1 point of damage. If you cannot get Judith to stay on the field, you can also put the Basilisk Collar on top of Mayhem Devil, and he can do just the same thing as Judith. So pretty good value, whichever way you want to do it. Going into the 4-drop slot, we have Grasping Shadows here. Whenever a creature attacks alone, give it Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. Put a Dread counter on this enchantment. Once you get 3 or more, flip it into a land called Shadow's Lair. Remove those Dread counters so you can start drawing cards. Old Chase Daredevil here. That's actually goes pretty well with also Witch's Oven. So think of this as kind of like a expensive cat. So allow me to explain. Anytime another artifact you control enters, bring this card back from your graveyard to your hand. So it's not going to be as perfect as the Cauldron of Familiar Witch's Oven plan. However, if you sack it with the Witch's Oven, Pitiless Plunder goes to the graveyard, then you make the food token. The food token will trigger Daredevil, and it goes back to your hand. So this is another way you can kind of recur things. So that's actually another cute little part to it all. Pitiless Plunder, anytime another creature we control dies, leave behind a treasure token. So this is also a good thing for us as we keep losing more of our creatures to start helping us ramp. We have some more dual modal lands like Fell the Profane and Fell Mire here. Again, it's either a land or use it as spot removal for planeswalkers or creatures. Hogger Mauling can do the same thing. However, the land unfortunately enters tapped, and also this actually will get cheaper if an opponent controls no basic lands, but most likely you're going to have to pay full price for this one. Rekindling Phoenix here. 4 mana Phoenix. When this dies, it leaves behind an elemental token. However, at the beginning of your upkeep, you sacrifice the token and bring back the Rekindling Phoenix. However, you can only do this, of course, if the token stays on the field. So be aware that you got to make sure the token does stay alive. We have Forge Boss here. Anytime you sacrifice 1 or more other creatures, this deals 2 damage to every opponent. Words are hard, by the way. You can only do this, however, once each turn, but again, still provides good value at any point. Zhao, Ruthless Admiral here. He has Firebending of 2 and he's a 3/4 legendary human soldier. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. We don't plan on going wide in this deck, but in case we do need to sacrifice a little bit of extra stuff for value, this can definitely give us a little bit of extra pump to kind of put pressure on your opponent. Solemn Simulacrum. So this is a golem here, artifact creature, 2/2. Enters, puts out a basic land. If it dies, draw a card. So good sack fodder at any point. In the 5-drop slot, we'll have Black Market, a classic card for us. When this creature dies, put a charge counter on the enchantment. At the beginning of your first main phase, you add extra black mana for each charge counter on the enchantment. So good for us at the late game when we really want to get a bunch of extra mana. Drivenod Carnage Dominus here. I think a lot of people forgot about this card, but it's actually really good for our deck. If a creature basically dies, you can then trigger their ability an additional time. So doubles up your triggers with, say, like Judith or anything else that dies. And then for Phyrexian mana, you can exile 3 cards from your graveyard, creature cards specifically, to put an indestructible counter on Drivenod. So a good way to kind of put something really high-powered on the field. Sir Conrad the Grim, another awesome piece for us. And we've actually built also a budget deck around him as well. So if you are a super early new player and you actually aren't interested in playing like as tight as you can because maybe you can't afford all the rares and mythics, play with Sir Conrad. He's actually a really good card for you in mono black. If you're curious, that actual video is also up on my channel right now, so check that out if you haven't already done so. But otherwise, for everyone else, if another creature dies, or a creature is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or if a creature leaves the graveyard, Sir Conrad will ping your opponent for 1 point, and he can also mill cards with his ability. Pretty good actually for uncommon. I actually will say I like the card. Pinnacle Monk here has prowess, and when it enters, bring back an instant or sorcery to reuse from your graveyard to your hand, or just use it as a land if you need to in a pinch. Dissection Tools here. It's an expensive equipment, but actually it's pretty good for us because of its ability. When this enters, you manifest Dread, then attach the equipment to the creature, gives it +2/+2 and Death Touch and Lifelink, so a very expensive Basilisk Collar, but again, it works. And to equip it to something else, you have to sacrifice another creature, so again, works well with Judith. Finally, in the 6th and 7th drop slot, we have Harvester of Souls, Demon with Death Touch. Anytime a non-token creature you control dies, draw a card. So he's a very, very big boy version of like Midnight Reaper and Grim Horror specs, but again, he provides a good body. And then finally, Blood-Soaked Insight at 7 mana. However, the spell costs 1 less for each 1 life your opponent has lost this turn. So if you can ping them out a bunch, this can actually be a really nice little card on the top end here. Make an opponent exile the top 3 cards in your library. Basically, you get to steal those, and you can cast those spells from them. Or if you need to, it's just a land. Finally, before we get started, everyone, of course, we are a budget deck, so we're going to keep it as cheap as possible for the mana base. 13 swamps, 5 mountains, and then all the tapped dual lands. Bloodfell Caves, Boiling Rock Prison, Drossforce Bridge, Foreboding Ruins, Jagged Barrens, Omnus Asylum, Razor Trap Gorge, Tramway Station, and some utility lands like Arid Archway here. They can bounce back other lands. Command Tower is a staple for multicolored. Demolition Field with Volatile Fault are our non-basic land hate. And of course, we want to actually sacrifice permanents this time, so actually we're going to throw in a little bit more on fetch lands that are cheap, such as Escape Tunnel, Maestro's Theater, Promising Vein, Terramorphic Expanse, and those are going to be our choices for Slay Queen. So this is going to be our deck today for the Brawl format. Let's see if this budget deck has what it takes to hang in there with the rest of the format. So let's play this deck, and let's see how well Judith can do. Because Judith demands respect. Whew, okay. I gotta take a breather there for a second, everyone. Let me go ahead and let me grab a little bit of something to drink because now I am parched. Okay, I feel much better now. All right, so let's get this started. Okay, opponent is playing Kalia of the Vast, which is... Ugh, that's a scary card already. Can we survive Kalia already? But we go first. All right. We're going to keep this hand. We're going to try to see if we can stop Kalia. She is not easy to stop if we are on... If we were on the draw, we probably would have lost. Hey, Giada, okay. She's not an angel, so that doesn't hurt us too much there. Let's see. Play Judith. Swing. Down to 23. Okay. Basically, Kalia's got to be stopped here and now. Otherwise, we will not live much longer. Ooh, Solemn Simulacrum. That's good normally. Let's see. Razor Trap. Goblin Blast Runner. There's no way they're going to block that. Okay, down to 19. So this means that with Oketra's Monument out... Oh, Falsification. All right, fine. That goes. We put it back to the command zone. Down to 21. Foreboding Ruins is kind of awkward now because we don't have the actual basic to reveal. Also, not to mention, Foreboding Ruins technically is still a rare in paper, but at least in Arena, it's an uncommon, so that's why it's in the budget, if you will. Let's see. Play Simulacrum. Get another basic. So at least we're getting our ramp going, so that's pretty good. Alright, no attacks yet. Okay, opponents. Kalia coming in now. Alright, they're starting to make their tokens. But now we have to stop Kalia next turn, because she cannot survive. Let's see. We need enough with the Hagger Mauling. So that means we're going to have to wait it out a bit. Okay, opponents. Sonic Shrieker, alright. Okay, so for here, Hagger Mauling. Kalia goes bye-bye. We can't afford to have her stay in. Okay, Giada swings. Alright. Midnight Reaper, okay, that's not too bad either. Let's see. Judith, come back. We swing. Got to get aggressive with her, so that's how we have to do this. Down to 19. Okay, ping. Sonic Shrieker down, nice. We draw a card off of that. Okay, cool. See, we are doing our thing. Kalia comes in for a more expensive cost, but that's okay. Alright, so, let's see. How do we do this here? We gotta make sure Kalia stays off the field. Rekindling Phoenix. We swing with just the skeleton. Does our opponent have a way to block? Okay, they do. Okay. Take our opponents. Kalia gets hits. We then Rekindling Phoenix. Nice. Oscar, hey man, hello my fire friend. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. Alright, you're just in the middle of us trying to make sure we just keep control over Kalia here before she starts swinging to put out free stuff. Alright, here we go. Reassembling skeleton. Here we go. Skeleton's back. So as long as the elemental survives next turn, we can bring back our Phoenix, no problem. He's going back again. Opponent's not giving up. Down to 13. Nice. Okay, so we get back our Phoenix, which is great. And our opponent has had enough. All right, we got our first win of the day, everyone. Nice. Very nice. All right, not too bad. That was actually a pretty good one for us. We were able to keep Kalia from doing her shenanigans, so I'm actually satisfied with that so far. 1 of 1 so far. Let's see if we can keep the good times rolling, everyone. But yeah, so this has been now, we're going deep into the weekend, everyone. It is Memorial Day weekend wherever you're at. Well, at least if you're an American. If you're not an American, I still hopefully you've been having a good weekend. So if whether, again, you're here with us here in the States or if you're around the world, how y'all been doing so far, everyone? Let me know, again, what your feelings have been so far about this week. What you've been up to. We should be getting near the end of the month the spoilers for Marvel coming up. Again, still not sure how I feel about that. I'm not into the set, but if you're looking forward to Marvel, let me know your comments below. I am curious to know who are actually fans of the upcoming set. Even if you're not a fan, that's fine. But I'm curious to start wondering, like, how my fiery friends are looking when it comes to that. And I'm going to have to start evaluating. If it's not worth me making videos on, we're going to have to find another alternative way to kind of make magic content. But we'll see what's going on. Okay, so for now, foreboding ruin, we will reveal our swamp. The miner coming out. Nice little 2-2. Opponent is playing with Gishath, so dang, playing with big boys today. All right, it's fine though. It's fine. We will still find ways to make this work. Down to 23 opponents. Okay, they bring down a creature. Oh, jeez. Okay, here comes the alchemy cards, everyone. I know. Some people can never get enough of alchemy, and some people like me can't ever stop complaining about them. But it is what it is. We're going to just roll with it. Judith coming out now. Might as well start getting some aggro damage in. Down to 20. Oscar saying, I can't believe May is almost over. Bro, I know. Like, what happened to the year so far? Seriously. I blinked and I was like, wait, it's Memorial Day weekend already? Oh, we're moving too fast here. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love summertime. It's actually my favorite time of the year, and I'm a fan of summer. But seriously, where has the year gone? This year's been flying by fast. A little too fast for my taste. All right. We can't have this survive because dinosaurs will get cheaper that way, so we're going to just do that instead. Pyrex and Reclamation. I think we'll just do it this way. I don't want to use the Boggart this way, but I'll have it tapped. Down to 15. We got to slow down before Gishath can get in. That's 8 mana, so it's expensive. But we can still stop him before it's too late. Cool, we got a swamp. That's good. All right, so how do we do this here? Do you want Jury or do we want Pitiless Plunder? Okay, yeah, we'll get the Plunder. Swing here. Opponents? Ooh, they take the bait. Okay. So that does trigger off, but we commit a crime, so we pay the 1. Bring back the miner. Make the raptors go bye-bye. They do also get a land out of it, so I'm actually not sure. Was that maybe a fair trade, or maybe we kind of messed ourselves up there? All right. Either way, down to 14 opponents. We have technically 6 mana open now. Burning Sun Avatar. Okay. They get that with their alchemy shenanigans. So that means they get to ping away something for 3. So that means we lose Judith. Put her back to command zone. Ugh, that stinks, but okay. Well, we make a treasure off of that, so I guess that's not horrible. Boiling Rock Prison. Okay, so we want Judith to come back, or do we want other stuff in? Okay, well, actually, you know what? Keep Judith going. And we will pass the turn. We'll wait it out for now. If our opponent swings... Okay, here it comes... Oh. Ugh. That's the other big dinosaur that actually can be really nasty for us. All right. Well, that puts us in a bad spot. Okay. Doesn't have haste, which is nice, but it doesn't do damage, so it'll start picking away stuff. All right. well, we're trying. Okay, make some treasures. Okay, opponents. Okay. Well, opponent's gonna get kind of giving us a reason to ramp here. Ping. Okay, is that it, opponents? All right, they put in their chromatic lantern. And they put in Galta. Yeep. They got some big boys. I realized actually we've never played a dinosaur deck. Maybe I should play a dinosaur deck at some point. Just a thought. Okay, no blocks now. Down to 16. Alright, so... trying to find a way to get around this. Is there a way around this? Jewelry. Alright. We will... this does trigger off Jury a bit. Okay. 6 counters. It's not bad. Okay. Jury getting bigger. No attacks yet. Okay, so we can sponge maybe... ugh, 1 hit. Ugh, that's not good. Okay, opponent's got basically all the big boy dinosaurs. I mean, that's dinosaurs for you. They go big. Real big. Okay. What'd they steal from us? Fireblade Artist. I mean, that doesn't really help them all that much, but Pantalar is another deal. Okay, lands keep coming because this is totally fair. Okay. Is that it, opponents? Are we swinging? Swinging with your big boys? Maybe? Opponents? Let's see. The Galta probably we can't stop. We might be able to stop the Zakama. No, it can't be blocked. Alright. They got the secret tunnel. Alright. Well, I'm still gonna go out with a bang. So if nothing else, we need to stop our opponent here. How do we do it? Let's see. Hold on. Block here. That has Death Touch, which is nice, but that doesn't help us out all that much. Okay. Ping them. Yep. Pay the 1. Gets more counters on Jury. Draw a card off of that. Let's land it. Doesn't help us. And then... not for any real value. It's just to stop the Burning Sun Avatar. Ugh. Dang. If those were unblockable, we might have sponged the hit and we could have survived, but it is what it is. It's okay. No big deal. We're still early on into the stream, everyone. We can definitely rally back and get some more wins. So 1 win, 1 loss today. But don't worry, our queen is here to slay. And she, of course, Judith, demands sacrifices must be made. Okay. So, shaking it off here. I'm going to try again. I think I know I haven't been doing this recently, but I'm going to have to put out there a poll for y'all. Again, I'm just going to start highlighting cards that I've been wanting to build around that I may have omitted from previous sets. And I'll ask all of you for upcoming streams, what do you guys want me to build around? Or maybe I'll probably ask, like, what formats do y'all want to see me play more of? Do y'all want to see me play more Standard, Pioneer, Historic, or Timeless, Brawl? Let me know in the comments below, whether it's, again, if you see the poll I'll put up later on, or today, here on stream, what y'all want to see more of. You name it, I will find a way to build it. Okay, and more Alchemy shenanigans, except for Alchemy. I still don't want to play around Alchemy cards. But seriously, though, let's warp. Early game damage. Gets warped away. Thankfully, we do have black mana, so this is not bad for us to get out. Okay, opponents playing with Elspeth Resplendent. So that means what? We're looking at an Angel deck? Or just mono white in general? Okay, opponents. Alright, they station. Fast Remembrance, that's really good for later. Timeline Color come back in again. Swinging with it again. Down to 21 opponents. Do have a Tragic Slip, which will be nice for later on. Okay, opponents. What you got? By Elspeth's command. Alright. Forgot what this does again. Yeah, I can never keep track of all the alchemy cards. Okay, they start swinging. 21. What does this do? Okay. Okay, gets plus 4 to vigilance. Okay. Blood-soaked insight. Okay. Interesting card there. Fast remembrance coming down now. Okay, take a token. Start getting our aggro on. And also with life gain and drain, now we can kind of slow down our opponent just a smidge. Still not getting any black mana. We really need that right now to make sure we can slow down our opponent completely. If they keep swinging, so be it. Elspeth command. Doing alchemy shenanigans. Making tokens. Opponent swinging. Alright, that's fine. Okay, make the opponent lose 1 life. I think I might just have to play the blood-soaked insight as is. I wanted to save it to steal some stuff, but at this point, we're probably not going to get much value out of it. Alright, they're still doing stuff there. So, play that tapped. Okay, so let's see. I guess we'll have the Tragic Slip now. Giada goes bye-bye. Wait, oh, that was 1. Just 1, -1. Okay. Well, I messed up there a little bit there. Oops. That was on me, everyone. That won't cost me the match, right? Right? Still swinging. Opponent. Yeah, I was supposed to swing first, sack it, and then use Tragic Slip. I don't know why I did it in the wrong order. Okay. They didn't take the bait there, so we'll just Lightning Greaves now. Okay. Never said I was the best at Magic, everyone. I am prone to making lots of fumbles. Okay. 3 cards in hand, opponent. They got a Virtual Loyalty. Can't cast it yet, but that's also going to be a scary card if that resolves. But what does our opponent do? So Giada still stays in. We can get Judith down, thankfully, next turn, but is that enough? Let's try to come up with a plan here. Okay, they got Sarah Angel. Big Angel. They station. They turn on their Aegis by Elspeth command. Okay, opponent swinging with their giant flying spacecraft. They get something free. Guardian of Great Door. Okay. Huh. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Is there a way out of this? Or are we spinning our wheels here? Judith gets a little extra pump. Can't attack. Ugh. We're not doing too good with this one. Almost out of cards, opponents. Is this the current turn they play the Virtual Loyalty? Maybe? Angelic Reward. Okay. Their token flies. Which makes it a little hard for us to stop them. To the point where we just lose. Okay. Well, our opponent was able to easily roll us over like it was no big deal. Well, sometimes you just feel like you get those non-games. It's okay, everyone. It's okay. Shaking it off still. Not going to be mad. Not going to be mad. We will just keep on keeping on. I was told, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but apparently, was it 2-3 days ago? The algorithm for however they make the matchmaking for Arena was changed, because before that, it didn't matter what you played. Everyone was playing against, like, high-powered stuff, which I don't know if that actually affected me, because I realized, like, for the last stream, I kept getting matched up against, like, all these high-end players. I mean, we got to get a couple wins in here and there, but maybe, hopefully now that got fixed. I don't know if it actually got fixed. It feels like still nothing changed. We're still dealing with, even at low power, at least in our deck, versus their high-powered stuff. It still feels like we're getting mismatched here. But either way, we're not going to complain about the matchmaking skills. I'll only complain about alchemy cards. But seriously, we'll find a way to still get around whatever is thrown at us. Don't worry. Can't give up. Let's try one. Okay. Betrayer's Bargain. Do we want that? I think we'll keep that on top, in case we do need more spot removal. We have a Feed the Swarm, which is nice. That will be good for later. Okay, opponents. Mox Jasper. Got the Betrayer's Bargain. Okay, so for now, prison. Swinging. Alright, Annihilating Glare. That could be helpful for later. For now, though. Skeleton. Swinging. Okay. Opponents. What you got? Don't keep me waiting forever, opponents. There we go. They're still there. They're still there. All right. Rivass of the Claw. Fireblade Artist. Okay. So for now, I guess Judith comes down now. So this is where we start getting a little aggro. If they swing, so be it. Okay, they let us take the damage, so down to 19. Okay, we're starting to close the gap. If they can tap down that Paradise Road, I can get rid of it. Or if they have Tiamat coming in, we have an Annihilating Glare waiting in the wings. So we do have options to stop our opponent here. Wait, how much is Tiamat at? 7-7, okay. Oh, Niv Visit. Okay, so that's gotta... That can't stick around. That's gotta go. Okay, thankfully, though, we do have an option for that. So let's see. How do we want to do this here? Annihilating Glare. We sacrifice... Let's see. Skelly. Ping out the Druid. Druid's gone. The Wizard's gone. All right, nice. Down to 15. Skeleton comes back, and we can reuse it. There we go. Okay. Got a cute little engine there going on. That's not too bad, right? Ancient Silver Dragon. Okay, we still have more removals, so it's not the worst. We just need now Vat of Rebirth. Feed the Swarm. Get hit there. That's okay. Small price to pay. Pushing our opponent down to 9. We are doing it, despite the fact that we're very low on mana. We're still finding a way to fight back. Can't give up just yet. Tiamat. Okay. Okay, so we've used actually our best removal already, which is kind of awkward, because maybe I should use a Betrayer's Bargain instead. But okay. Can't give up just yet. So I think if we get one more mana, then we're in a good spot. If we don't get the last mana, then I don't know what to do. 2, 3, 4. Blocks. 6. That dies. Is there a way out of this? Can we fight our way through this? We got a ton of dragons. Lots of dragons. Opponent? What you doing? Time's running out. They're thinking. They're thinking. Ugh. Pretty nasty hit there. Okay, so. Ping our opponent there. Rivass the Claw's gone. Okay, Foreboding Ruin. Well. Bring back our elf there. Okay, got a swamp on top. That's good. Can't swing, though, so we will wait it out. Dang. Okay, it's all right. Gonna try to find a way to hang in there. Terror of the Peaks. Ugh, that's one of the scariest cards out there. Down to 10. Are we gonna make it? We will try. So let's see. We will sacrifice a creature here. Haunted Death Marches goes bye-bye. Ping on our opponent there. Rebirth gets third one there. That's gone. And exiled. Oh, but we came so close. Down to 3, and we just could not close out the game. Dang. Alright, well, I'll concede now. There's no point for us to continue on because our opponent already has the win, so I'll take my L. Man, we were close to stabilizing on that one. So close. Still, Judith, of course, demands another victory, so we will find a way to see if we can get that next win. But even if we don't make it, once we get about halfway through the stream, everyone, do not worry. If you are still liking the deck, or if you're enjoying what the content does, do not worry. Once we get to that halfway point, we will be able to upgrade the deck, and we'll show you, if you like it, what you can do if you want to invest a little bit more in terms of the rares and mythics. So bear with me here. We will make it work. Ooh, they're playing with Arabella. That's cute. Although it is a creepy doll, though. We played actually 2 different Arabella decks. One for Pioneer, which actually that video's up too, and also we made an ultra budget version for people that actually do like to play Brawl as cheap as possible. So that's actually out there too. You can also check those videos out too. But for now, okay. Okay. Good sack, early game sack fodder. Okay, so here's how we do this. We will get out the Bogger Trawler. Take a hit to 3. No pain, no gain. Forsaken Miner. Okay. Sky Knight Vanguard. Okay, so here come the tokens. That's okay. We still find a way around that. That of Rebirth. Swing. Get that early game damage, as always. Down to 23. Okay. Opponents. Is Arabella coming in yet? Nope. Oh, Rapid. Leo. Actually, never played around them. I actually did want to build a deck around them, but maybe we can circle back to that at some point. Maybe. For now, the black mana. Bounce back the Bogart. Bring in Judith. There we go. Start swinging. Just get aggro. That's all we care about right now is just getting aggro. Does our opponent take the bait? I'm pretty sure they will not. They can't be as dumb as me. Okay. Oh, wow, they are. Oh, maybe? No? Opponent, you wouldn't do that. You should be reading the card. Okay. Okay, sure. We can't bring back our miner, but that's okay. We can always bring it back later on with the pinging ability. Huh. I didn't think our opponent was going to do that, but okay. I'll take it. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. We have 4 mana. Welcoming Vampire, okay. That's cute too. Okay, they swinging. They drawing cards. Block 1 token. Down to 18. Okay, Tramway Station. Okay, so let's see here. We will play the Neonate. We will... Tramway Station. Sack it. Let's get out an actual proper black source. We will Boots on Judith to protect her. No attacks and pass. Okay, we got time. There is time to pull this off, everyone. Okay. Just got to get a couple more creatures and we should be good to go here. Ooh, assembled a Legion. Another scary card, but I haven't seen that in a while. That's a blast from the past. Opponent still swinging. Still swinging. Okay, that's fine, opponents. Okay. Can't target Judith, so that's okay. Beginning of your upkeep. Okay, so they can't get anything yet. They have to... It's beginning of their upkeep. All right. Make a token. They draw another card. Block the token. Block the token. We then discard a card. Throw away the Tramway Station. Draw another card. Ping. Okay. Okay. Not quite what I was expecting. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I guess that works too. So, Bogger Trawler. Exile, but that does trigger off also here Forsaken Miner, so I'll take it. We will Annihilating Glare. Make our opponent sacrifice a creature. Wait, what do we want to get rid of, though? Maybe the Vanguard. What do we sacrifice here? Forsaken Miner again? Might as well, okay. And then ping away the token. Token's down. Vanguard's down. Nice. Finally wrap it up with a Wayfarer's Bauble. Go from here. Down to 20. Okay. We gotta find a way to stop that Assembled Legion, but also it might be a little too far gone. Ugh. Not looking too good, but we'll see if I can try to stabilize. The whole point right now is to stop this plan, but before the tokens start going crazy here. Because the tokens are going to go super wide. Okay. Is there a way out of this? Can we still fight? Bone's got all the cards in the course, and we... Well, I mean, if you've seen enough of my streams, you'll know I have a bad habit of dumping my hand every time. I don't know. I'm just someone that just can't keep cards in my hand. I always have a habit of just, like, vomiting everything out onto the field. Which leads me to a question. Wait, hold on one second. Golden Gates prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Oh, okay, interesting. Huh. That might be a problem for us. We'll see, though. We shall see. Opponents. Arabella, okay. So Arabella's coming out to play. Opponent's still swinging. Damage is prevented, so we can't... They can just keep going. You don't have to actually worry about taking damage combat-wise. Okay. So... Gorge. Activate the Bauble. That does trigger the Vat of Rebirth, okay. Okay. We then get out a mountain. Let us bring back the Neonate. Okay. We will attach here. Okay. Let's see if this is actually going to hurt me. Okay, so the idea here is... Wait, oh, no, they have removal, don't they? Don't they? Opponents? Okay. Swing here. It is risky. But again, no pain, no gain. Do you have an answer, opponent? You know we have no cards in hand. You have 4 in hand, but you have 2 mana open. Do you have spot removal? Do they have spot removal? Okay, we'll find out right here. Do they got it? Maybe? Find out right now. No, they do have a Swords Plowshare. Dang it. Alright, back to the command zone you go, Judith. So our opponent here, we go to 16. Okay, the Legion makes more tokens. They start drawing more cards. Maybe I should have taken out the Vampire instead. I don't know. I'm not sure what was the right play there. If I misplayed that, let me know what you think I should have played in the comments below. Okay. Looking at the clock also right now, we might convert over to... champion. That's also another blasting pass. Wow.
Prepare yourself, Heliod. I have killed one god.
Lots of tokens.
For the innocent.
They swing, alright. Ouch. And we go down to exactly. Okay. Well, dang. We're still not getting our wins here, but let me try one more time with a budget deck. After this one, we'll then go to the upgraded version. So we got one win at the very start, and we haven't been able to succeed afterwards. Is Judith just not worth it now, or did we build the deck incorrectly? Well, I mean, it's okay, everyone. It's okay. Don't worry. When we get to the upgrades, you'll see we definitely get a lot of stuff that helps us out here. But one of the only tricky parts about with Judith here, as much as I enjoy playing with her, if opponents go wide against us, which you have been seeing, then we kind of have a little bit of a fumble here. We have some spot removal, but I don't know if we have enough. Something to think about. Something to think about. Okay, so from here... Okay, got the Neonate in hand. Got some card draw. Put down the prison first. Tap. All right. Opponent is playing with Niv Mizzet, another classic of the day. They draw a card. Okay, so from here, place that down. We'll play Omni Cheese Pizza from Ninja Turtles. Ooh, there we go. They got the Basilisk collar. That's good. But we need a way to protect Judith. So, I'm not sure what the right play is here, but we'll find something. We'll find something. Okay. Vinwix. Is it Vinwix? I think it's Vinwix. I don't remember, but I think that's what it is. Okay, so for now, let's play our Basilisk collar first. We will then play Insolent Neonate. And we can go from there. Okay. They have no maximum hand size. Here comes Brawl. Alright.
Out of my way! Muscle it on a mission.
What was it? Otter Roll. I don't know why I forgot that.
Otter to otter? I need some help.
Okay, so we got a swamp. Okay, so our opponent is tapped out now. So actually, that's what we wanted. Let's see, wait, do we? Oh, we have to equip for 2, huh? Okay, it's okay. We can still make this work. We will. How do we want to do this here? Okay. Swing at Brawl. He has to do a double block. Okay, so that's what they do. What do we discard? Do we discard anything, or do we not just have it die? Okay. Probably throw away the Forge Boss. Take out the Otter before it starts getting bigger. Draw another card. Okay, Timeline Color. Okay, so we can warp that in, but that doesn't do anything right now because we've already done our swing. Judith just has to survive one turn
Together
here.
we can shift the current.
And it looks like our opponent says, oh, okay. Are they just an Otter deck with Niv Mizzet? That's kind of cute. Wasn't expecting that, but okay. Now there's the bolt. Okay, so dang, we couldn't keep Judith on the field. That was the one thing we just needed to do was she needed to survive. Okay, hit roll to make sure he stays down. Okay. Okay, so now we're starting to lose control of this. Okay, Tragic Slip. So let's see. I guess we can play the Egoist. Okay, opponents. Anything else? I guess it was foolish of me to think that Judith could survive and also get enough mana out to do its thing. And here come now the counter spells.
It's coming together.
Dang. Okay. Opponent now no longer wants to make this easy. Here comes Niv Mizzet, unfortunately. Okay.
I hope you've got bottled lightning to share.
Block one. Token. I'm trying. Okay, Cult Conscript. Okay, so we could Tragic Slip. But anything we play now, also our opponent has a means to stop us. Okay, we warp. Put the collar on top. Threaten roll. Opponent blocks, no surprise there. Okay, gain some life back. Tragic Slip triggers. Yes, our opponent does get to draw a card off of that, but that's a small price to pay. Okay, they ping it. It's okay. But at least Niv Mizzet is down. Okay. Oh boy. I mean, I've played Niv Mizzet myself. I actually do have a Niv Mizzet deck personally, but man, it's just so tough right now. Oh, they got the Time Warp.
New world
Okay.
requires new strategies.
Opponent's also playing again at a higher level than us. It's okay.
Otter to otter? I need
Okay. Got 17. Right now max speeds. That means they can start drawing more cards. Joy. Okay. Either way.
There's nothing
All
more
right.
beautiful than a sky.
Now they have Storm.
Deadly light.
Okay. So at this point, I don't know. I don't think I have a shot of winning now. They got Niv Mizzet to go off. They get all the counters on Niv. Why does my Niv deck never go off this good? Okay, in any case here. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to play right now. Yeah, dang it, I'm just going to have to concede. Because I realize now next turn there's just no way of stopping what they have. Yeah, this has been kind of depressing. Wow, are we going to keep losing again? Oh, my losing streak continues. But okay, enough of that. Honestly, Judith here is fun, but we're getting constantly shacked here with stuff that's like way higher power than us. So it's time for us to then take Judith to her proper level. So let's take the time now to show you if you actually do want to upgrade this deck to the next level and what you can do to make it stronger. So Judith here, of course, she probably wants to go, if I was to know her specifically, she wants to go expensive or she does not go at all. So in other words, we need to start pumping ourselves up with much more stronger stuff that can keep coming back no matter what. So we're going to throw now cards like Blood-Soaked Champion here. Can't block, but it has a raid. So as long as we attack, we can keep bringing it back from the graveyard to the battlefield. We're going to throw in some more stronger stuff. We have Vorpal Sword here. Gives our creature +2/+0 in Death Touch, so that helps us out with hitting our opponent. We're going to throw in Gamble here because this way we can dig out a card, put it into the into our hand. Might have to end up discarding it, but that can help us still pull out some stuff. Other upgrades we can now probably put into the deck that are going to help us out here. Trying to click right here. We have Unmarked Grave. We can search our library for a non-legendary card, put it into the graveyard, and bring it back with one of our recursion spells, so that's also nice for us. Blood Gas also, while it can't block, can still do some early game damage, and with Landfall, comes back for free as long as we can keep playing more lands. Other upgrades will be Harmonic Prodigy, which may look a little strange in this deck, but hear me out for a second. Harmonic Prodigy does trigger off wizards and shamans, and Judith is a shaman, so that means we can double up her stuff, which is great. Jury also could double up as well with Harmonic Prodigy, so that's the reason why we want that. In terms of other upgrades I can think of that can help us out. So let's see. We're going to kind of comb through this because I've kind of forgotten what I put in here. Warren Soul Trader. Oh, man, this card is just absolutely ridiculous. I kind of wish I can get a copy of it, but, man, it's so expensive. However, if you can get this in, pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature to make a treasure token. So this alone can start helping you just get a ton of extra treasures and a ton of stuff if you need to ramp out quick. We'll throw another card like Yaheni here. So Undying Partisan. So haste 2/2. Aetherborn Vampire here. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a ++1 counter on Yaheni. So he will get bigger and bigger as long as we keep blowing up our opponent's creatures. We can sacrifice another one of our creatures to give it indestructible until end of turn. To put stuff into our hand, we'll throw in also Grim Tutor here so we can search our library for a card, put it into our hand and shuffle. We will lose 3 life out of it, but that's a small price to pay. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Actually, wait. We have something even better we can put in. Hold on. Demonic. Unfortunately, Demonic Tutor is banned, probably rightfully so. But also, I forgot, we can put in, where is it? Demonic Console here. Wait, no, not that one. No, there's one where we sacrifice. Hold on. Did I not craft it already? Not Demonic Pact. Wasn't there one in here that allows us to then dig out something for... Hold on. Oh, it's not search crad, search card. Tell you, I can't spell, everyone. Wow, I cannot spell. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. There is one card in here. Wow, they actually allow Vampiric Tutor? I didn't know that was actually legal in this form. There it is, a Diabolic Intent. So we'll put that instead of our Grim Tutor, because I realize now that's actually better for us. So we'll throw that instead. All right, there we go. That's what we wanted. But yeah, so with the upgraded version, so yeah, we have Demonic Consultation. So that's another good card for us to... Hold on, where was it again? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Demonic. Diabolic Edict, that's what I keep saying. Oh, sorry, I can't reference the right cards today. But yeah, sacrifice a creature to put any card into our hand. So this can be good for us to then just sack what we need to get out what we need. So we throw in that upgrade for us. We now throw in Goblin Sharpshooter. Man, this is a classic card. I haven't had a chance to play with this card yet, but I'm excited for this one. So this is a classic Goblin that's also really, really expensive, by the way. Like, I think this goes for like, what, $25 a copy? That's too much for a card. However, anytime you want to, you could tap the creature down to do 1 damage to any target. So kind of think of him as like a slower, sharp Mayhem Devil. Kind of can do the same thing as Judith here. However, whenever a creature dies, you can untap this creature. So basically, tap, untap as long as you can keep pinging away stuff and just blowing things away. So another card that can kind of do the same thing as the Devil, Judith here to start kind of just blowing away everything once you put Death Touch on it. So that helps us out. We'll throw that in. Astronaut's Altar, another classic for you where you can sacrifice creatures, then add it's a colorless mana. Why am I still forgetting stuff? Any case, moving on. Other upgrades we can help out that'll make our deck a lot more stronger. We will throw in Grave Pact here. So Grave Pact, and we'll also talk about it here, Dictate of Erebos. Both of them do the same thing. Anytime one of our creatures die, our opponent has to sacrifice one of their creatures. These are very expensive cards, but if you can afford them, they give a massive upgrade to your deck because now you can really start kind of pseudo-wrathing, which is the reason why, if you were wondering, we can't run Wraths in this deck because we really don't need to. You want to take advantage and leverage Judith or any one of the other creatures that take advantage of sacking or creatures dying with cards like this that really kind of blow away your opponent. Otherwise, moving onward from that, we'll throw in some more upgrades here. We have, We have Liliana Dreadhorde General. So for 6 mana, start making zombie tokens. When a creature dies, we can start drawing cards off her. She is expensive, but she can be a really, really strong engine piece for us to really kind of put out more tokens. Bolas's Citadel is also going to be in here as well. Bolas's Citadel, once we start getting to a point where we start tapping out a little bit more, that can help us again just refuel our hand by digging out cards on the top of our library. We can keep casting them. If we do have to, however, we can sacrifice 10 land permanents, make an opponent lose 10 life, and that in itself can also blow away your opponent if we time it just right. Finally, the only other upgrade will be Vein Ripper here. So 6 mana, 6/5 for a Vampire Assassin with Flying and Ward. The Ward has to be sacrificing a creature. However, whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. This is basically a super on steroids version of Blood Artist. So it's an insanely good card for what it can do. And then finally, as far as the upgrades to the mana base, because that's also where we desperately need to really upgrade, is going to be, we're going to trim down to 10 swamps, 3 mountains to make room for Susur Secundi. I said that right, did I? Void Altar. So enters tapped. It's a planet land. It has station. Once you station up, you can start using this to sacrifice creatures, then start drawing cards equal to their creature's power. We'll throw in, of course, Takenuma to mill, and then bring something back from the graveyard to our hand. Sogazen and Crucible Defiance can create for us some spirit tokens in a pinch we channel it. And of course, we'll throw in all the rare dual lands, of course, as always, we can muster up, such as Blackleaf Cliffs, Blazemire Verge, Blightstep / Seer Step Pathway, Blood Crypt, Dragon Skull Summit, Haunted Ridge, Rackus Theater, Sulphurous Springs. We'll keep, of course, the Arid Archway. We'll throw in some better fetch lands such as Bloodstained Mire here. We have, of course, Fable Passage. We have Prismatic Vista. We'll have some better fixing with Starting Town. Urborg, of course, makes all of our lands into swamps, which is definitely what we want to steer towards. Mirrex, of course, can make for us 5 Rexian Mites if we need to start making more tokens. And, of course, we need to sacrifice our tokens in a pinch. Fountain Part provides for us even more utility. But that is now the upgraded version of our Slay Queen. So, can this more stronger version of Judith handle herself in the Brawl format? Well, we shall see. Let's go ahead. Let's get her now upgraded to go. All right, Judith. Do not disappoint me this time, because definitely we will do what we can to make her look a lot better than what we currently did. So here's hoping we can make it all work out this time. Lock it in. Let's do this. Let's see if we can make it work. All right. So let's see here. Oh. Okay. A lot of tap lands. Not going to get a chance to do much here. We're going to mulligan this because it's free. Okay, this is better. Great Pact in hand, that's really, really good for us. If we can draw into another black source, this would be fantastic. Zulaport Cutthroat, that's not too bad either. Let's start with a swamp. Our opponent is playing with Halana Elena, so... Okay, here comes Ruby. Alright, exuberant feeling. Alright. Let's start getting their stuff. Okay, great. We did get our extra swamp, which is fantastic. Put that down. Zulaport Cutthroats. The life gain and drain shenanigans start working out. Alright, opponents. Here comes Halana and Elena. Doing their thing. Base swinging. Go to 22. It's okay. Not too bad yet. Verge. We'll play with... Let's see. Do we do it now? We'll put it on Judith first. Okay, no attacks yet. Opponent, what you got? Studious first here. Got that little bear. And it's going to use Rampant Growth on it. That's cute. Okay. Opponent, what else you got? Okay, Oliphant. Mountain Cycle to bring back another mountain. Another land. What do they start pumping up? The bear? The Fuseling? What's it going to be, opponents? Okay, big Fuseling. I mean, it has trample, so that probably makes sense to do that. Okay, so no blocks yet, but we will find a way to stabilize here in just a second. Just gotta hang in there a little bit more. Mountain. Brave Hat. Okay, so that should now be our equalizer. Okay. With a Yeheni down and a Bloodghast, I think we should be okay. Even if our opponent starts blowing up stuff here. Yeah, they do. So even without Judith on the field, ping away our Studious first here. Okay. They do get to put another oil counter, but they have to sacrifice a creature too. So it's not like our opponent is out of the woods just yet. They will lose something. I don't think they're going to lose their commander. Ruby loses ramp, but their strongest creature is Exuberant Fuseling. Tough decision, opponents. Wow, they actually lost their big creature there. I thought they would have kept that. Huh, okay. Well, that's a choice, opponents. Chaos Warp. Ooh, Sharpshooter. Interesting. Okay, so our opponent instead decided to get rid of that with Chaos Warp. Fascinating. Okay, well. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Let's play Dissection. And then we'll put down the Midnight Reach. Attaches itself to it. So from here, no attacks yet. Death Touch and Lifelink are not anything to ignore. Okay. So, Giant Growth. Okay. Opponent trying to get big. We're going to have to then give him these attacks. Okay. As Menace. Small price to pay. 8-6. Okay. Opponent swinging? There's no way they're going to swing. Oh, wow, they do swing. Okay. All right, so. You have to block here and block here. Not ideal, but ping at least for one. Okay. Okay, opponents. We have to do that. Ping away. All right. Pitiless Plunderer. Okay, so, all right. How do we do this here? I think a Henny coming in. And then reassembling Skeleton. No attacks yet. Okay, down to 17. Gaia's Gift. Okay. So that gives them... Oh, they got trample too. Okay. So, do we lose here? Big swing here from our opponents. Block there. Block there, block there. Okay. We have Yeheni sack here. Life gain and drain. Okay, opponents. Go to 13. We lose the Zulaport. Yeheni sponges the hit. Dang. Okay. Blood Artist. Not really doing anything now. Okay, so... Despite all of our stuff, I don't think we can stabilize here. Put that on Yeheni. Sacrificing the skeleton. We could swing if we want to, but that's not going to really help us. Halana can still get through, though. So trying to figure out, like, is there a way out of this? Or are we just completely, like, done here? Okay. Opponents? Do they swing? Okay, they do. Okay, it's fine. Block here. Block here. Sacrifice the Forsaken Miner. Ping, ping. Okay, Yahenni does now die, thankfully. We lose, unfortunately, our also Blood Artist. So at least it's gone. So, okay, so one threat down. Just one threat, though. We do get a counter on it, which is nice. Okay, do they recast? Okay, they put the axe on there. Ugh. Okay, oh, let's see. Well, it's not dead. Pitiless Plunderer. And... Alright. Trying to see if we can make this work. They have one card in hand. If they have removal, then we're dead. If they have trample, we're also dead. Okay, so... Dang. So we can't even block now. Wow, they had a Blasphemous Act? Out of all things they had. Come on! Ugh. Absolutely just disgusting. I always have trouble with Halana and Lenar. Like, I don't really have the removal for her when I need it. It's fine, it's fine. Not gonna be salty. It's okay. We're not gonna be salty about that. Not give it up. Okay. Shaking it off, we're gonna try again. Okay. So, as we're again continuing on, everyone, if you do enjoy the content and you're having fun with what we're watching, please, if you haven't already done so, show some love. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss out on any of the gameplay, booster pack openings, live streams, deck techs, and so much more. We try to do at least 2 live streams a week across on YouTube, but also we are doing live streams we're doing multi-streaming across, I don't know why I said it that way. We do streams, of course, across X if you're watching from there, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Although I think the Twitch version is probably the weakest one because I don't know why. We've been having technical issues there. Go figure. And then also, for those of you that are interested, we'll start trying to do some more exclusive Patreon live streams. You can catch them here, but after the stream is done, they'll be locked behind the paywall. And if you do want to catch our Patreon/members-only videos, don't worry. Those videos, of course, will be available if you are willing to throw in a little bit of extra support for me if you want to be a true fiery friend and help me support myself by checking out some exclusive videos that aren't not posted to the main channel. And even if you don't do that for free, just simply join our Discord and be part of our group that is growing full of fiery friends that you can make. Your support will help keep this channel going. And of course, all links, as a reminder, will be located in the details below. Now, did I scare away my opponent with my with my shilling? Okay, maybe they didn't want to hear that. Okay. Sorry, opponent. Okay, well, I guess we'll just try again. No big deal. Wow, we really only won, like, one game today. Like, legit one real game. That's a little sad. Let me see if we can try to fix that. Okay, we got still time in the stream. Let's see if we can get some actual legit wins. I want to see. Okay, we're fighting against Bristly Bill. So if we can get Judith down with a Death Touch ability, she could be devastating. But we'll see if we can try that. Affinity for Anime. Hello, Infernoman. How's it going today? Hello, my fire friend. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. I'm doing fine. Judith here I was hoping would do a little bit more, but she hasn't been performing as well. I feel like I would kind of feel like I'm insulting her by just saying that out loud. But yeah, we are trying to see if we can kind of do a little bit of a throwback here with some of the cards that I've been wanting to play with for the longest time. Now that I feel like I've caught up a little bit with all the decks that I've been meaning to do, I'm going to see if I can try to start doing, at least until we get to Marvel, more of the stuff that I've been wanting to touch upon. Thanks for asking. How's your weekend been so far? I saw that, what was it? You have the sheet set up for your VTube setup. That's cool. The Vendo. Okay, Dragon Sniper. Okay. Opponent swinging. They can saddle if they want to. They do. Interesting, you can saddle a Corgi. That's kind of cute, by the way. They get up to a 2/2. So Fear Springs. Alright, so from here, we want... Hand Double's technically a 3/3, so we'll put that out first. Okay, so if we get the Grave Pact, that'll be one of our key pieces here. Okay. Opponent. Right, here comes the lands. Here come the tokens and the counters. Mostly just counters right now. Do they mount? I assume they mount. It's pretty much free. Or what is it, saddle? I don't know why I said mount. At this point, I'm literally just making up my own nomenclature for magic. Okay, no blocks. Down to 18. Chocobo. Okay, that's cute. Okay, Dragon Skull Summit. But here's how we'll do this. First off, we will Demolition Field. Take out that Avendo. So we do get to ping away something. Get the Chocobo out of the way before that gets too big. We get another land out of it, which is nice. Okay, so the game plan right now is we need to start building up stuff. We need Grave Pact out, and we need Liliana out. We'll worry about Judith later on. Let's get out the mountains so we get better fixing. Yes, that does unfortunately pump up the sniper, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. There are ways around this. Okay. Bristly Bill. Put more counters on stuff. Joy. Affinity for anime. Weekend is going good. Cleaning up the house while working on proxies. Having some ideas for proxying Goblin Storm cards. That's cute. Let's see, okay. How do we want to do this here? Okay. If they do the Windswept Heat, that probably means they have to put the other... Okay, they can target themselves. Oh, interesting. They did not. Okay. Earth King, alright. They make their token. There's their token. Okay. So, they're swinging. Okay. They get more basics. Alright, are we too far gone to actually stop them from going off here? Because they're really going off. But again, mono green. Doing mono green things. It's not a surprise. Dang it. Keep taking hits here. Ugh. Boots does not help us. Okay, so... Are we dead? I mean, dissection tools can help us a little bit. Man, I've been not able to get the champion. No attacks yet. Okay. Are we dead? I mean, getting 4 life is not bad, but... Okay. Okay, so that's what? Block, what is it? The biggest hits here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We're dead no matter what. Okay. I'm just going to concede it. I don't think there was a way for us to get around that. Because they already ramped way too fast for us to stop. Okay. It's okay, everyone. Shaking it off. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Can't give up just yet. We still need to find a way to see if we can get at least a couple wins with Judith here. Okay. Let's see. Is this going to be the one? Ooh, they're playing Obnixilis? That's fun. Only just because we played with him already during when we had ranked Brawl. So we actually do know how that deck works. So let's see. Pinger versus Pinger deck. Which deck is going to be the better Pinger deck? Opponent can come down on turn 4. We can come down on turn 3. We will see in just a moment who can go off first. Put down the Haunted Ridge first, though. In case we don't get the right land. Oh, they got discard opponent. Okay. It's fine. Okay, we did get a mountain. That's nice. Put down the Priest of Forgotten Gods. Interesting they're putting out their discard. Very excited. Huh. Okay, I guess they really just want 1/1s just for pinging, huh? Interesting. Opponent swinging? Probably not. Okay, Goblin Bombardment. That's not too bad right now. Play Bastion. Make that token. No attacks with the Priest just yet. Need to get to a point where... Okay, Obnixilis coming in. Okay, Bogger Trawler. It's not too shabby. No real value off of that. Just exiling 1 card here. Okay, do we do it now? No. Not yet. I need enough to actually get down Dictate of Erebos. Okay, opponent. Swinging. There we go. Okay, so now we need to start devastating our opponent here because... Okay, there we go. We did get a land. That's good. Okay, so... Sacrifice there. Affinity. Is your Twitch stream broken? It doesn't seem like it wants to load for me. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on there. Like, the past several streams, it's been very, very inconsistent. Like, we're talking like... I tried to download it, and I'm like, aw, why is it coming out all poopy? Like, half of the stream ends up just not working. I don't get what it is. I have to look that up later on. So, yeah, it's a problem. Okay, so for now, Vat of Rebirth. We then do this. Wait, no. Wait, not ourselves. Not ourselves. Okay. 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 Ping. Ping. Make your opponent sacrifice a little bit there. Dictative Erebos coming in. Nice. So that now will be helpful for when the time comes. So once we start getting things going here, we should be able to then just start generating a ton of value. Well, we need more cheap stuff to sacrifice. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Twitch stream. The other streams, thankfully, are working fine. Okay, so Battery Rebirth triggers. Opponent, you have to sacrifice a creature. This is going to be the token. Okay, they ping us. That's fine. We get a card. Do big. Big hit against us. Not ideal. Blood-soaked insights. So let's see. Get the cliffs. Are we dead again? Oh man, we're just too slow again. Ah! Oh, why is this happening? Are our decks just too slow, or are we just running poorly here? I don't know. Has my deck building been that bad recently? I feel like, I don't know. It can't be that bad. I swear I put this together with the intent, like, I was sure this was actually going to go off, but is it just not working? Okay. All right. Well, we're going to keep at it. Surely there has to be a way to get something going here. Yeah, Affinity for Random. I pulled up right now the Twitch stream right now. It's running, but it's not buffering. I don't know what's going on there. So it's weird only because I look at, like, X looks like it's running fine, and it looks like YouTube is running fine. So I couldn't tell you what is going on. Get the Bastly Collar in. I'll have to figure it out later on, though. Okay, they're playing Yuna, which we played Yuna quite a few times already. She is good. Okay. Swamp. And we'll play Jury, Master of the Review. Okay. Pretty sure our opponent does not have any removal yet, so we should be fine for the time being. But I guess for now, I'm probably going to have to... In all honesty, like, I don't really care too much about using Twitch anymore. I feel like I'm using Twitch as kind of like a formality. But realistically, I think it'd just be better if I just try to convince everyone that does watch me, watch on either X or YouTube. That's honestly where I kind of want everyone to watch me anyway, because I feel like I get a better audience from both. At least in my opinion. Get the Swamp. Let's see. Bring in Judith now. Down to 25 opponents. Okay, so once we get the collar on Judith, then we should be able to go to town. No matter what they throw out there, we should be fine. Plowshare. Okay, once again, Swords of Plowshare. God, I get so annoyed by that card now. Alright, Grave Pact. Okay, I guess this is just going to be our time to set up. Not ideal, but okay. Okay, Esper Origins doing its thing. They surveil it, so that means get it transformed. Okay. Command Tower. Okay. We can feed the Swarm, get that out of the way. No more value off of that, opponents. And then Soul Trader coming in. Now we have an instant speed option for us for getting rid of things. So yeah, so if anybody's watching me on Twitch, do apologize. It's just the stream's just not working there completely. Oh, okay, so this is where we can get kind of dirty here. So Warren Soul Trader. I'm sorry, opponents. You have to sacrifice a creature anyway. There we go. Yuna's gone. No value. Too bad, opponents. Okay, got the Hogger Mauling. That'll be good for later. Okay, Judith come back. Alright. Soul Trader doing nice damage, down to 20. Okay, not too bad. Thank you for anime. I'm assuming you got vertical on YouTube for making shorts. Yes, I actually do have that. Although, actually, I don't use it too often that way because of how I modify my shorts. Honestly, I just tried to do it just to double up on my feed. Hard for me to watch what's going on though because I'm watching you on my computer right now. Oh, okay. Well, there is. I mean, it's dual streaming, so if you want to, you can make an adjustment. I try to do a dual stream so that way I can try to appeal to people that are watching on their phones as well as watching on just YouTube proper. Okay. Blood-soaked insight. Okay, so here, how do we do this then? Okay. Put the collar on. We will Hagra Mauling. Alright. That goes bye-bye. Nice. We swing with the Warren Soul Trader. Down to 18. Okay, so far so good. Making progress here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need at least one sack outlet to actually get advantage of Annihilating Glare. Just come on, deck. Give me at least one thing to stop this plan. Okay, Reprobation. It's annoying, but not the worst. Okay, we simply just sack. Back to the command zone. Make our opponent lose the Voice of Resurgence. They leave behind a 1-1, which is not a big deal. Put a counter on something, that's okay. Dictator of Erebos 2 is also pretty devastating. So let's see. Let's see, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to swing here. If we can do the damage, then Blood-Soaked Insight can get really good here. Nice. Okay, so. There we go. I'm going to steal 3 cards from your opponent. I'm sorry. Okay, so. You know what? I'm going to be a dirty. I'm going to be the dirty alchemy player now. Okay, so what do we want here? Cause of Heroes. Thank you, opponent, for the free spell there. I appreciate that. I'll take that as well. Thank you very much. Let's see. Also, yeah. Greenhouse also. That's actually pretty good, too. Brigard, okay. They can swing if they want to. Start making tokens, I'm guessing. Okay. Tragic Slip. Okay, so let's see. Greenhouse. Now we have perfect fixing, which is great. And then let's see. How do we want it? Dang it. I really need more. I really need more sack fodder. Where is my sack fodder at? That's probably what I really need the most. Okay, so let's see. Up to 2. Okay, well. I guess it's going to be those 2. No attacks yet. Okay. We still have time. We can still get back to this fight. Yuna come back again. There's technically... Oh, there's one aura they can bring back, which is going to be dumb, but it is what it is. Let's see. I'm actually going to let this die now. Forces our opponent to lose a creature. This is probably going to be a token. Not a huge deal. Okay. Alright, so... Finding a way to get back to this fight. Okay, Diabolic Intent. Give them the treasure. Okay, so... How do we do this? Life Gain and Drain. We will play... for the Warp ability. There we go. Annihilating Glare. Take down Yuna. Sacrifice Grave Pact. Oh, okay, you switch landscape up? Okay, yeah. And forget that I dual stream on that platform, so use that if you need to help yourself out there, Affinity for Anime. Okay, and then let's see here. We will... Tragic Slip. Burger goes bye-bye. No attacks there, but Diabolic Intent. Okay. We got to get rid of that Sylvan Scavenging. That's got to go. So we got to find a way to get around that. Okay, they sacrifice again. And then that means now we can dig out any card we need to. So actually, what do we want? Actually, maybe we want something else instead. Let's get out Liliana. Okay, so with Liliana, we can start generating zombie tokens, which we can use to help us kind of rebuild our army. Okay, Frog Butler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starfield and Nyx. Okay. Okay, they hit us down to 20. Okay, Nyx got to go too. All right, more shenanigans here. Joy. Decline. We will, let's see. Liana. So at least with this, tick down, they lose their creatures. Good. Okay. Trying to do what we can to stay in this fight. No matter what it takes, we're not giving up. Still got to find a way to get around this. We can make it work, though. Down to 19. Yuna is now going to cost... Wow, that's a lot. Let's see. What do they get back, though? They can't really get back much of anything. Only just the reprobation. I guess that's not horrible for us. Draw another card. No, will not pay. Let's see. Okay, so with that... Make a token there.
Such an effective tool.
And then... I guess Oval Chase Dragster? Land. Timeline Color. Swing with that. Still gets us value. Let's find opponents. You have to sacrifice Yuna again. We also draw a card off of that. Nice.
Time to wake
They
up
do get a
and
treasure
smell
off of
the
that, which is
decay.
dumb, but at least we keep Yuna off the field. So that's our biggest thing. As long as Yuna can stay off the field, we should be okay. Okay, reprobation. That's okay. If they put it on the Oval Chase Dragster, so be it. That's not a huge deal. Okay, so Yuna's now... what is that? 9 mana? Splendor? Okay. I mean, they can do that if they want to. We still block here. We still have our own enchantment opponents, so don't think you got us just yet. All right, draw some more cards. Yes, they get treasures off of that, which is still dumb, but okay. It is what it is.
Time to get my hands dirty.
Okay. Do they make tokens? Okay. Okay. This time we'll play the 2. Let's see. Make a 1/1.
Necromancy is a lot like plucking turnips.
Put down a Dictate of Erebos. Tap. Okay. So let's see. How do we get out of this? I mean, the reprobation doesn't hurt us, so it's not like it's going to do anything, so I guess they won't do that. Okay. Not an easy match. We have ways of blowing up stuff. But what we need is something to get around these enchantments. Because they have enough enchantments that will start blowing things up. Okay. Starting town. We'll pay that this time. Let's see. What do we want? Verge. Bloodghast. We will... sacrifice Liliana.
This is more enjoyable than slaying demons.
We will still keep Yuna off the field. We got to keep her off the field as much as possible. Okay. Let's see. Sir Conrad. He doesn't have any abilities. This is going to get kind of tough here. Maybe we shouldn't have sacrificed Liliana too quick there. Maybe we should have just kept going. We didn't keep getting reprobation back, but that doesn't do anything for us. So, just got to find a way to get around things here. Bruna, okay. Okay, Yuna comes back. It's okay. As long as we still have our 2 Grave Pact and the Dictate of Erebos, we are still fine. So it's not the end. Okay. Okay, so from here, bring him back. Okay. Is there a way out of this, or are we dead? Dang it. Just this alone, and this combination makes it very, very hard for us. And I don't think we have enough removal to get rid of both. We would need to get rid of... Yeah, alright. We would have to constantly keep blowing stuff up here. So yeah, so Sir Conrad... Okay, so they figured out now they probably shouldn't be attacking us anymore. Okay. So the only thing that's going to stop our opponent now is they have to... What is it? White tree. Alright. Alright, they've now gone all out. Okay. Aw, I was hoping we were going to stabilize with Judith here, but we just couldn't do it. Down to 8. So at this point, I'm trying to think, is there anything in our deck that actually can stop enchantments from going super crazy here? Nothing really. Down to 6. Yeah, we can't stop this. They pretty much locked us out there. Oh, what a terrible run today. We've just, aside from just one win at the very start of the stream, we have not been able to win since. Was our deck made poorly? Or are we just getting trounced by, like, people that just have a much more streamlined... I don't even know what it is. You know what? Again, I am a little disappointed with that, but it's not like this isn't the first time we've had bad runs in stream before. Sometimes we have great runs, and sometimes we just cannot do anything. But okay, we'll keep it going. Can't give up just yet. Okay, so got the collar. That's good. Okay, Authority of the Consuls. Okay, Fun's trying to slow us down already. We're off to a good start, by the way. Okay, Blood-Soaked Champion. Ocelot, right? Alright. Starting town. Let's see. Get the skeleton first. He can't block, nor can he take a first strike creature. Okay, so it looks like our opponent's just going to try to do this big soak with kitty cats. If we could just take out that Ocelot Pride before it just starts going off, maybe we have a shot. So, Judith. Need some life there. No attacks yet. How much enchantment? I mean, we only have like 1 or 2 pieces. Realistically, though, we don't run into too many enchantment decks, so it's kind of tough. The hope is we would blow away our opponent's affinity before with Judith before it's too late. But it seems like we're running into a lot of go wide decks today. Like seriously, a lot of go wide decks. Okay, so with that, block here. Okay, ping here. Kitty cats get weaker. Okay. All right, lots of cats. Urborg. Basilic Collar. Okay, Basilic Collar on Judith. Okay. Swing here. Kitties, go ahead, block. I dare you. Okay, there you go. Committed? Nice. Okay. So, 1 Ocelot Pride down. That's good. Okay. At least that's under control for now. They could put down Arabo again, which they do. Alright. All their cats go wide again. Dang it. Just so many tokens. No blocks. Down to 7 again. I got the lightning greaves. Pathway there. That authority of the console's turn 1 really kind of hurt us a bit there. I can't play the edict either. Okay. Actually, hold on. Taking life off of that. Diabolic edict. Or I'll go bye-bye again. Okay. So, is there anything in our deck that blows this away? Not really. We need like a whatever 1-drop we have. But then everything either comes in as... a tragic slip. Okay. No attacks. Whew. Okay. Trying our hardest here. Opponent is not making this easy. Oh, everyone's just running reprobation today. Okay, fine. Brave the Sands. Dang. What is going on today? Dang, I was hoping I would get a little bit more fun out of this one, but it hasn't been not fun at all. Is everyone just sacked up against me today? Totally not assuming that's a conspiracy against us. Okay. We have no way of blowing away any of these things, so... I don't know what to do at this point. It's...
Your corpse will make an excellent minion. My pacts give me strength.
Still no thing else we can do, at least for now. Bravo can't come in yet. Maybe? Yes. They swing. Do we do it now, or do we... No. Down to 2. Even though Judith can't block or do anything, technically... Okay. No, Lightning Greaves doesn't work after that, because it has to be afterwards. Okay. Okay, so... Yeah. Crawler. Exile stuff. They gain life. Assembling skeleton. They gain life. Sacrifice 2 creatures?
No way but my way.
They lose 2 creatures. It's not good, though. Draw some cards. Draw some cards.
I do quite enjoy necromancy.
Yeah. Even if I put this in and I equip it to, say, like Judith here, it doesn't do anything. Alright, fine. Our opponent makes us lose again. Wow, we're just... I mean, this is not the worst stream we've had, but man, it's been pretty bad today. Oh man, Judith, girl, I thought we were gonna do some great stuff today, but we haven't done anything realistically. Oh, okay. I guess. Well, I mean, are we running enough lands? Hold on, we're gonna pause this for just a moment. For just a moment. Okay. So we're gonna do a couple more, but let me see. Wait, am I running enough lands? Am I messing myself up here? Okay, so how many do we have? We have 35 lands there, not including the modals. Okay, so if I had 35 there, that's 36 there, 37, 38, 39. Maybe another land? I don't know. I don't know. Cut the Harvester Souls, throw in maybe another mountain there. Are we running enough removal to just blow things up? Maybe that was my problem. I don't know. Firex and Reclamation, I probably could cut that out again. Maybe they cut the Gamble real quick because that wasn't helping us out too much there. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out, like, small things we can kind of move around here. So maybe fire magic for instant speed like wrathing. Just like the small stuff. And then, I don't know. Trying to think what else we can use. Or end the festivities? Is that better for us? Or caught in the crossfire? I'm not sure. Or maybe just more enchantment stuff? Yeah, Aristocrats has been kind of fumbling for us, which has been kind of actually sad. Maybe I'm just not running more regular removal. Okay, well, let's see. I guess we could just run it. I don't know if I want to run a Damnation just because. I'd rather have something that actually helps out with our plan. It just feels like we're just not pulling off what we want today. I'm not sure, everyone. I'm just wondering right now if maybe what we did is bad. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we do put in a Wrath? Maybe that's what we want to do? I don't know if I want the Damnation, though. I suppose if we really just need, like, an emergency panic button option, we'll just keep that. Okay. You know what? We'll do that small tweak, and we'll just try to see if we can wrap it up here. Come on. Come on, deck. Give me at least one more win. I'd like to see if we can get at least one. Just one win. Not asking for much here, everyone. But we'll try. But right now, it seems like the trend right now in Brawl is what? A lot of go-wide stuff is just working. Well, I mean, that gives me an idea of, again, what we want to build. I do have another deck that I've been itching to try out that actually tickled my fancy a little while ago. We'll see if maybe that deck can work on the next stream. But I have another idea, which we will go over once we're done with this one. Okay, so, looking at the clock right now, and I also realize I gotta wrap up stuff now, guys. So, this is going to be it. Win or lose. No matter what happens, we're going to lock this one in. Come on. Come on. I just need at least one good win here. Get the Murex. Tragic Slip. Slow down our opponent here. Okay. We can get down the Harmonic Prodigy, which could be nice. Okay, Lush Portico. That's cute. Okay, ooh, Goblin Sharpshooter. That's also great. Get the Prodigy in. Okay, we're trying, everyone. We're trying. Distinguished Conjurer, so they're going to start gaining life. So be it. That's fine. Okay. Rylex. Let's see. Sharpshooter coming in. He will get locked, but he can be untapped when we need him to be. Carolasa. Okay. Here comes the life gain. But that's okay. Okay. Johnny's Pride. Okay. Going big. Gonna be big boys. Okay. Nothing yet from our opponent there. Whoa, Strider. Okay, so Rackus Theater. Okay, we got the Annihilating Glare on top. That's not bad, but still can't do anything yet. Zendikars were okay. Okay, opponent's gonna start trying to go wide here. They swinging. Down to 18. Okay, nothing yet. That's good. So, what we need to do is... I can't play Judith, can I? Okay, so we need that. So okay, dang. I don't have any mana to really do what I want to do, but we'll have to do that this way. Not ideal. Alright, so lose the Prodigy. Ping our opponent there. Untap. Ping again. Untap. Volatile Fault. Okay. We need another black source. Or at the very least, maybe we should get a Wrath ready to go. Okay. Diabolic Edict Intense. So let's see. That puts us at 4. What do we need? What do we need to stop our opponent here? Do we get the Basilic Collar now? Put it out there and then Judith attaches it? Or do we go with... this is a tough decision. The Wrath... Or actually, no. The other option is we get out... Oh, this is not easy. Okay. Okay, running out of time. Basilic Collar. I don't know if that's the right move, but we're going to do that. On one hand, okay, Pride Halfling. As long as they don't make more tokens, we're fine. But we are completely out of time now. Okay, Fear Springs. Whoa, Strider, just a stall. Dang. Okay, make the goat. Basilic Collar. Oh, Bovine Intervention. Okay, that's fine, opponents. Okay. Once again, we have another opponent that kind of just went wider and bigger before we can actually do anything. Oh, what a bad run for us today. A lot of life gain. A lot of life gain today. Okay. Trying a little bit longer here. Okay. That's exactly, so we have to sacrifice here. Pretty bad. Okay. They warp out. Okay. Pinnacle Monk. I mean, Judith can't really do much of anything now. Because I can tap this down. Yeah. No! Ugh. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's been a bad run today. Whew. Trying. But Arena just does not want us to have fun with Judith today. Maybe we should have been more cheap sack fodder. I don't know. I don't know what we did wrong, everyone. But it seems like just today's deck just wasn't firing off as much as I was hoping it would. Everyone's just kind of doing their thing here. But sadly, I just could not. Okay. Block there. Go to 1. Okay. Go back to command zone because that's all we can do. We can ping, but that doesn't do anything. Down to 27. Okay. Well, Fel the Profane doesn't do anything for us, so... Ping ourselves. And we're dead. Wait, no. Come on, Dad. Just... I'll just do that just because. Yeah. Whatever. It didn't matter. No, we did not have fun with this game either way. Okay. Okay. So, we're going to have to end it there, everyone. Sorry to say, we just could not fire off very well today, but we'll still talk about the deck overall. So, Slay Queen. We did not slay at all today. Like, and seriously, we had one win, and we just kept losing. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know if I'm going to have to reevaluate this deck. I thought it was going to be a good one. It seemed like it was going to be fun, but we just could not get off anything. Like, we only got one win when that was with the budget deck, which was kind of awkward. Every time we tried to do stuff, we just could not do it. I don't know if it's because we need to ramp more, but it feels like the deck was trying, but maybe I don't know if we need more lands. I don't know if we need more card draw. more sack. I'm at a loss for words for this one. I'm sure somebody in the comments will leave behind, you know, probably what I did wrong. But overall, even on the non-budget one, we just, like, our opponents, we had a lot of opponents that were going wider than us. They kept going so wide that they kept sacrificing tokens, which kind of makes Grave Pact and Dictative Airboats feel like they don't do anything. So that was a problem for us. We don't have that many answers in these colors for enchantments. Yes, we do have some enchantment removal, but Feed the Swarm, that's not enough. That's literally just one card. If our opponent can find a way to get around that, then you saw some of our games, we got locked out hard. So, dang, I'm going to have to put this one in the fail pile. I don't know. We're probably going to have to scrap this one. Sorry, Judith. We just failed you. Yeah, you got punished pretty hard. Ugh. Oh, well. Well, it is what it is, everyone. Any case, moving on from there. So what is going to be coming up for the remainder of time? So before we end today's stream today, even if we are going out on a whimper, we're still going to at least talk about, again, what is coming up for the future. So my True Fire friends, thanks again for hanging in there. We have a Lorehold Mill deck that I actually put together. That's actually kind of fun. So this one is super duper cheap. This is actually very budget. I think it's only like $38 to put together. Only 8 rares. So this is probably the cheapest deck I've built in a while that all you can enjoy. So check that out. The video, if it doesn't go up tomorrow morning, will definitely go up Monday morning for sure. But we're going to try to make it work no matter what. Otherwise, I'm going to try to see if we can get this finished. So we have a work in progress here. A mono white Pegasus Horse Unicorn deck. Not usually my style of deck, but we're going to try this out. Maybe this one will be a better one for us. So this most likely will be next week's live stream, everyone. We're going to give that a shot. Hopefully this will be much better than today's stream. But otherwise, beyond that, we don't really have much else we're going with. We'll still go over our basically decks once we finish up the rest of the Strixhaven ones. We have Quandrix counters also coming soon. Still got to work on the mana base here, but we are going to be getting this one to fire off soon. Still need to finish it up just a little bit more, but we should be good to go there. Otherwise, that's it for today's stream, everyone. Sorry it wasn't a very exciting one like the other ones have, but again, Judith just did not manage to do anything. It's okay though, everyone. Sometimes you get some great wins, and sometimes you get blown out hard. But it is what it is. That's magic for you. In any case, I'm still going to wish you all a very wonderful weekend, everyone. Shout outs to all of you that were, of course, chatting with me today. So thanks again for being there, Affinity for Anime. Oscar Hokum, thanks again for also popping in for a little bit. Hopefully, again, the rest of you, whether you're watching live or on the replay, also have wonderful weekends. Have some fun playing Magic or whatever you want to do. And we'll get a chance to do this again very soon. But before I go, as always, I do want to leave you with one important thing, as always. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you again next week, everyone. Later.